the one and only Amir Ali.
Thank you very much. Can you hear me?
And then I started doing more research and I found you, and I hate doing videos, but the coaching calls was one of the things. And then you had another video that caught my eye where it was specific, outside the PMP, but I knew this is real content. This is things that will be on exam, right?
I did hard work for sure, but I think the follow-up, sir, you did. I don't know how you managed to do the follow-up. With one particular student like me, you have hundreds of students. You are just keeping an eye on each of the students. So after my hard work, I can say that the credit goes to you, sir. That is for sure.
Hi Amir, good morning. Yes, I cleared the exam. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for your support. And this has happened only because of the customized roadmap and mocks, and you always keep on asking us to do proper RCA, detailed RCA. It happened only because of the detailed RCA. Yes, this RCA helped me a lot.
Thank you for all this guidance and support you gave me. Mr. Amir, thanks for our team.
So I was just looking at his post, like who cleared the PMP, and he used to post the success stories on daily basis. So I reached out to Alina and I asked her how is this program or something. So she said you can trust him and you should join this program if you are looking for it.
It was a very customized base feedback that I was getting from sir, from you.
So yes, follow-up is very important, and thank you very much for that. It made me accountable. If you didn't ask me this often, I would have slacked off more.
I would say your course was super important. I think this was the main part, once you understand the course, and then I think the mocks were super important. Your emphasis on mocks, you kept nagging us that, get this mock done, do RCA. All of this was super helpful because questions were they were similar. So yeah, mocks were, there are so many mocks that you have, and if you do all of them, I'm pretty sure anybody who goes, who does them can easily clear a PMP.
Amir, first of all, thank you so much. I think without your guidance, it took me 1 year, one complete year. I was preparing for PMP through books and everything. So I was giving some mocks also available online, and I was not able to, have that confidence that I'll be able to clear. But I'm telling you, after attending the classes, especially after doing the mocks, doing the RCAs, I was feeling confident enough that yes, I can attempt it. And the day you told me to book your exam, I still asked you that are you sure that I can give the exam? And you said yes, you are ready.
First of all, I thank you a lot for the privilege, because when I started encounter with your program through LinkedIn, so some of your talks, always motivating me, I can do it, I can do it, I can do it. So I always follow you, almost everything, all your journeys. I watch all of them, even the one that they speak in your local language.
So that was not an easy journey, and it would not be possible without you. I really appreciate the support. He was always available for my questions and always put me in the right direction. And actually, if I want to say how was the journey, my journey started 2 years back when I first called you for the SP, and then you directed me to PMP, and then we did SP after that, and then you tricked me to do the PGMP.
Thank you so much, and again, Amir, thank you so much, and your mocks are really good. I mean, yeah, please, everyone should do your mock for sure, and then they will be all prepared for the exam. And trust your program.
And then you came with your follow-ups, and that kind of really boosted me. Those daily follow-ups, making sure that I was getting the mocks that I needed to do completed, and following up on me, it really boosted my motivation again. And as I was started doing those mocks, I got an opportunity for a job which required me to have PMP. So I had to go for PMP before I get the interview.
Mostly coaching goal is for you understand how you will solve the question. Mostly it is like that. We can only do the 10 or 12 questions, maybe less than that. But main thing is it will come into your bones that you have to do elimination technique. So you cannot go just, okay, this is the answer, I will go directly put this answer. That is the main thing. It will come into you that you have to do elimination technique. That is the best thing for coaching all.
Yeah.
Alhamdulillah, with the right guidance from yourself, I managed to do good in the exam and to clear the PMP. I would say that your approach was really helpful because I'm not that type of a person who would sit there and read a lot of theoretical things to get things done. I'm more of a practical person who would prefer practicing over sticking to the theoreticals. And
I would definitely say that the root cause analysis for me was the key. And here's why. Is some people try so hard to memorize all the processes and how they're all linked together. And if you do this, then you got to do that. And some people, maybe they think that way. That was very hard for me. It was just a lot to memorize. I'm not Amer Ali. I can't do that. So for me, just the process of actually answering the questions with your technique of process of elimination. And then you're left with always like two answers. Which one do you do? And if you get it wrong, you have to go do the root cause analysis. Well, thank you, sir. Yeah, thank you very much for everything. Fantastic. I would not have done as well as I had done if I hadn't had that foundation that you gave me, for sure.
Who here wants to be successful? Raise your hands.
So today, me and my facilitators was thinking that we should make a question a little bit harder, right? My questions in these coaching calls are mostly normal, not that much difficulty. So I worked very hard today and I made 6 questions. One of them, because in this EST coaching call, we solved 6 questions. One of the question I shared in the group in my WhatsApp batch 7, the latest of that. So we were doing that. We had a lot of fun. I'm just reading the comments and it's fun. It's really fun. So now here, today we are gonna solve those questions. But before I move forward, put in the comment box where you from. If you are my student, which batch are you from? Okay. Okay. And anyone can tell me what is behind me? That is a very interesting thing. By the way, this is my home office. If you see me in Thursday coaching call, that is my work office. And I have a special announcement that I will make. I made a special video today and that will be live tomorrow. So yeah, let's go with the question number 1. This is the question number 1. I need justifications for these questions because these questions will have interesting part into it. G, what would be your answer? G, what would be your answer? Namusha from batch 7. Yeah. So what are your answers, guys? B is eliminated. Okay. A, D is also eliminated. Okay. Sarah, I need a justification for the answers. Okay. And I'm really impressed that you, Sarah, you are from logging from Pakistan. Taimur, you too, from Pakistan. Interestingly, I should change the name of this coaching call. Taimur and Sarah are from Pakistan, if I'm not wrong. Okay, what should the project manager do next? Now, whenever the question, like I always recommend reading the last line first. When you read the last line first, you get a context of what is happening in the question. Okay, so what to do next? Something has happened. What is the next step in that? You are facilitating a cross-functional stakeholder workshop when a senior engineer lead and a procurement specialist begin arguing about vendor selection. The conversation become heated with both raising their voices and dismissing each other's on input. So, Kasim, you're from Islamabad. I thought you are in US, Canada. All of you are from, you are awesome. This conversation become heated with both raising their voices and dismissing opinion. This is the first time this topic has been discussed in a joint forum, and the tension is disrupting the agenda. So, what level of conflict is this? Let's first discuss that. What level of conflict is this? Is it a level 1 conflict? Is it a level 2 conflict? Is it a level 3 conflict? What level of conflict is this? Okay. This is not a level 1 conflict, that's for sure. This is not level 2 conflict. Moving from contest like 3 or 4, something like that. Pause the meeting and ask the both stakeholder to calm down and address their concern privately after the session. Okay. It's a good option. Like now it is, this conversation is becoming heated, which is meaning it is becoming more of a level 4 to level 5 conflict where the conversation can get to physical. So one of the important thing is when the conflict get to that level, I need to cool down. So A is a very good option, but elimination technique says that let's move forward. Let the stakeholder express their disagreement and summarize that. That is not an option. They are going to jump at each other's throats. Intervene immediately and redirect the discussion to the next agenda item to preserve time. It has nothing to do with the time. Like the conflict is getting there. So C, B and C is eliminated. Acknowledge the disagreement and offer to facilitate a smaller focus on resolving the vendor selection issue. This is a good option. This is actually a very good option that we can use. Acknowledge that there's a disagreement and we facilitate a smaller discussion. But that does not happen. The first step that we should do, we need to pause the meeting, stop it sometime, let the air cool down, and then work into that privately. A is the best answer. A is the best answer. Let's go to the next question. G. Please try to eliminate your answers. Like with the elimination technique, what do you think will be the right answer? Okay. During sprint planning, two functional managers argue over priority. Now the question is about priority. One wants immediate focus on integration features to be for compliance, while other insist on enhancement for upcoming client demos. The conflict is affecting the team's ability to commit to a sprint backlog. Okay. Now the problem is now this question has immediately become more of a agile question. After probing, you discover both managers were giving conflicting goals by their department heads. So they are having a conflicting goals here. The goals are not there. Now here's a very important thing. Okay, you need to see what we do first. Okay, Sarah is saying A seems right. Sarah, it's a very important thing in the project management. Unless everything we have done, if we have done everything, then the last strategy is escalating to someone, right? Last strategy is escalating to someone. I don't want to escalate into anyone unless I have done by all it. Okay, document the proceed with more urgent, that nowhere one wants immediate focus on integration feature for compliance, while other want this thing. Document the conflict, urgent compliance. We don't know that it is a urgent compliance. Other insist on enhancement demos. Like we have a conflict there. I cannot just straightforward move towards that. Ask that team which is feasible. That is of course not an option at all. Facilitate a meeting between both managers to align a shared cross-functional priority. We need to understand one thing: both project managers, both are important to us, both have a role to play. Okay, as a project manager, as a servant leader, I need to find a solution that can integrate both person. This looks like a right answer. Escalation, if first we do this, okay, then we will go that. Yes, Sarah, you are right. I read it that both department heads are giving a conflicting goal, but that does not mean we should negate that. First he should facilitate always, and if the facilitation fails, then we go to next thing. Okay, by the way guys, I'm gonna explain that saturday in our Saturday call, the exam content outline. Your exam is based on this thing, and all the 5 questions that we are doing are made from this domain. Manage conflict. Okay, the screen is not sharing. Just 1 second. Yeah, this is when I share the screen from this. Sometime it just slows down. Okay, 1 second. Just yeah. Now I will be able to share. So when we are solving question, your real exam comes from actually exam content outline. Okay. Manage conflict, interpret the source and the stage of the conflict, analyze the context of conflict, evaluate and reconcile. This is a very important: evaluate, recommend, and reconcile. That's what we are doing here. B is the right answer. AD eliminated. Okay. What is the best course of action? A team member has been passively resisting a major deliverable by missing deadlines and he was avoiding status call. When confronted, they said they assigned the task. They said the assigned task goes against their skill set and they were not consulted when the work was allocated. Now, this is a very important thing. When we provide task to anyone, I always want to give them task according to their strength or according to their weaknesses. How do I want to provide the task to them? I want to provide the task to them according to their strengths or according to their weaknesses. What is the best way? What would you recommend? Strength or weaknesses? We always want to give a task according to someone's strength. The rest of the team is frustrated and morale is slipping. Now, this is a very beautiful question. Among all three questions, I like this thing. The team said that the task is against their skill set and they were not consulted, which is a bad thing. Okay, that rest of the team is frustrated and now morale is slipping. You sense this may be a deeper issue related to motivation and role fit. Okay, now I need to understand how the project manager is going to work with them. When we talk about the role of the project manager is a servant leader. Somebody said D. No, everyone said D. Lemon. I'm not gonna escalate this concern. Maybe you do that in your personal life, but this is not how the project management should do. I'm not gonna do that. Bring up the issue in the next meeting to ensure transparency and accountability. Okay, but this I actually said it today to one of the student who has exam tomorrow. Whenever there's a team issue, whenever there's a team issue, we prefer like there's a problem we prefer to meet privately, have a one-to-one discussion. Interviews is actually a one-to-one discussion where I can uncover the problem that the team members are having. If I can uncover the problem team members are having, I can perform in a better way, right? So reassign that. No, B and C are the good options. Okay, both options are good, right? Between B and C, I'm not gonna go to C. I want to do B option. So B is the right answer. Very good question. I like it. Guys, I see only one person has liked the video. I would request you, everyone, please like the video. When you like the video and later on you also comment, it start going into the algorithm of YouTube and we can reach more people. You see, I really want to reach every single person who wants to become PMP. Today at like 5:30 I had a call with one of the students from US. She said she has been watching my videos for last 2 months. Her exam is on 18th of August. It is her third attempt. She failed in the first two attempts and she later on find out now me and she's looking for the content. So she asked me what I can do. I told her what she can do, like what mocks she can work into that, read the PMP booklet, things of those nature. But there are thousands and thousands of people who need our help. So I really want that every single time whenever you are in the class, always like the video. Okay, so what is the best action for the project manager to take? Your external vendor has been missing key delivery dates, and your team notices that their response in meetings are vague and dismissive. Like they are not giving the right message here. After several attempts to engage, they claim their internal priorities have shifted and they are not sure. Now, this is a very interesting question. Here, they are saying their priorities have shifted and they are not sure they will deliver the final milestone. Okay, so vendor is saying they cannot deliver. Of course, the team will be threatening. Now, here is the interesting thing. Now, here is the interesting thing, my friend. This is a problem where after several attempts to engage, they claim will not deliver the final milestone. Trigger a change request to adjust timeline. Okay, maybe call a meeting with vendor leadership to address the performance. Yes, can be. Here the problem, they said that we cannot do it. They have said that they are not sure. Okay. Ask the team to on internal alternative. Can be, can be. Log the issue. That is not the way here. This is cannot be. This is where you escalate to leadership. When you have tried your best and now they are saying we cannot do that. In this case, we are gonna go with the high option. So B is the right answer, beta. Okay, so what's the answer here? What's the best way to respond? You are 3 weeks into executing a new system integration process. A senior developer who has helped build a legacy system start quietly undermining the new process. They complete tasks late, skip meetings, and comment that is blotted unnecessary layer of complexity. The team is dividing and your schedule buffer is shrinking. When you confront the developer, they insist everything is fine and they are just adjusting. What is the best way to do it? Reassign integration to more cooperative developer. Okay. Continue engage the developer directly, reinforcing. Okay. Facilitate a team working session to surface tension, revisit the integration plan. Okay. So one of the most important thing that we need to see is that how a pattern solution is developed. Now every solution has its own way. Every solution works into their own way. If I reassign the sensitive integration, other team member can do that. Please note that whenever we want to solve any question, we always want to get into the bottom into that. And as we discussed in one of the previous question, meeting privately is one of the most important thing that we do when we want to do this thing. So D delta will be the best answer. And then now the question that I put it in the WhatsApp group, which we were discussing. Now let's solve that question. Now, I am 100% sure with the discussion that we have now, you will be able to better answer this question. Okay, what should the project manager do first? Again, here the question is the first. This is a very important thing. What is the first step to do? During a steering committee, a stakeholder questions the credibility of your project, estimates, and implies you have been over-promising. Like you are saying you will do more. You know from your private conversation that this stakeholder is frustrated that their department was given a leadership role in a project. The tension is making the rest of the uh, committee uncomfortable. You were not expecting this public challenge. What should the project manager do first? Calmly address the stakeholder with fact and reinforce the governance. Okay, can be. Request a meeting with the stakeholder to understand and resolve their concern. Ask the stakeholder to keep criticism constructive. This is not the answer. This is not the answer. Two options are eliminated. Let's break this question a little bit more. So we are in a steering committee, an important meeting, an important stakeholder, high power, high interest, powerful. Openly question the credibility of your project estimates and implies you are over promising. He is saying that estimates that you are doing, they are not right. You know from private conversation, conversation that this stakeholder is frustrated. Their department wasn't given a leadership role. Okay. Now, many people I see are saying B as an answer. Guys, this line says, you know from a private conversation that this stakeholder is frustrated. Their department was not given a leadership role. Right? We already know that what is the reason. Request a private meeting with the stakeholder to understand and resolve their concern. The concern we already is mentioned there. If this line was not there, for sure we will go toward the B answer. But because of that line, we are only left with A option. So there were 6 question answers I wanted to solve with you guys today. I hope you are also doing the LinkedIn question answers, because every day we put a question on LinkedIn, and I want to make sure that you solve those questions. Those questions will be very resonating to the exam also, and my facilitators will be answering there. So if you are my students like Sarah, like Tamur, like Qasim, I'll see you tomorrow in a ATP question answer session. And with that, thank you very much. I wish you best of luck. Bye-bye.
I would have not been able to clear the exam if Amir Ali would have not been there. I would have not been.
I did not believe that I would be able to clear my PMP within a month.
I don't know what to say actually. Like I'm kind of like really
I got my results and I was above target in all 3 categories.
Wow.